Hey, what's that sound? I'm trying to do my homework. Oh, hey sis. Didn't mean to bother you. It's just this watermelon is so hard. It just sort of felt like a drum. Watermelons are for eating, not music. I'm hungry. Can you slice me a piece? Here, I stuck a knife in it for you. Hey sis, did you notice that you're such a small little girl and with such a little force on your part, you were able to cut into something so big and hard like a watermelon? You wonder why that is? Well, actually, my homework is on simple machines and, a knife is a simple machine, I think, right? That's right. You want to revise for your test? How about you tell me what you know? Okay, I'll tell you all about the simple machines. Let me tell you about the 5 simple machines. In this lesson, we're going to cover lever, inclined planes, pulleys, wedges, and wheel and axle. A lever is a simple machine that has 3 parts to it. There is something called the lever arm, the fulcrum, and the load arm. The lever arm is where the effort is placed. It's where I would put in the force necessary to move a load, which is placed at the load arm. And these pivot around a point called the fulcrum point. There are 3 kinds of levers depending on where the fulcrum is placed. The 3 kinds are called first-class lever, second-class lever, and third-class lever. In a first-class lever, the fulcrum is placed between the load and the force. It doesn't have to be exactly in the center. It just has to be in between them. In a second-class lever, the fulcrum is no longer the thing in the center. What it is in the middle is the load. The load is between the fulcrum and the point. And a perfect example of a second-class lever is a wheelbarrow. In a third-class lever, this time it is the force that is between the load and the fulcrum. And a perfect example of this is a hockey stick. Now that we've covered the levers, let's look at other simple machines, like inclined planes. A simple example of an inclined plane is a ramp. And the advantage of a ramp is that it allows less force to be applied, but over a longer distance. Next, we'll look at pulleys. A pulley is a wheel with a cord or chain inserted in the groove of the wheel, and it's intended to lift heavy loads. There are 2 types of pulleys. You can have a fixed pulley and you have a movable pulley. In a fixed pulley, the amount of force, it's not reduced in a fixed pulley. Only the direction of the force is changed. However, in a movable pulley, the cord is attached to the ceiling and the load and the pulley follow the same movement. So the movable pulley does reduce the force applied, but it stays in the same direction. A hoist is a combination of fixed and movable pulleys. It's a system called a hoist, and this also greatly reduces the force. So that's it for pulleys. Let's now look at wedges. A wedge is a triangular prism. It's used to exert force on an object. Wheel and axle. An axle is a long rod whose ends enter one or more wheel. So that's why it's called wheel and axle. And that's all I know for simple machines. Overall, there is a mechanical advantage to simple machines, and they have been used for centuries. What do you think? Think I'm going to do good on this test? Sis, I think you're going to do amazing. I say we just start partying right now. Okay, go back and play on that watermelon.